All right. Hey everybody. Whoa. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought we'd do something a little different. We'll do, since my YouTube channel is Golf and Gadgets, we'll look at some stuff that I have for golf. And namely, I got a new mat to try out, and I thought we would take a look at it and compare that with what I was using before. So kind of a brief history. I've had numerous mats in my golf sim career. I started off with some Country Club Elite. I had two separate mats. I wanted two small things to be portable, and it didn't quite work out. They moved around too much when you hit, and also they were quite hard and really hard on my wrist and my elbow. So wasn't that great. I then moved to a Wittech Quattro mat, which I had since given to my brother-in-law since he has a setup. And that mat is actually pretty good. It's very, very forgiving. I didn't have any problems with my wrists or anything like that. So that's actually a really good mat. It was a little pricey. I think it was around $500 if I recall. But really good mat. I have seen other companies sell their version of it for cheaper, so you can look out for that. I'll try to find those links and put it in the description on my YouTube page. I then moved to a mat right here. In fact, let me get my camera here so you can kind of see what's going on here. Let me change this around here. See my feet there. But I did go to this mat right here, and this is a TrueStrike. And this is a great mat. This is has numerous panels, or they're modular, so these come apart. And the good thing about this mat is it stays put. It has this hitting surface right here. You see where my foot is? It has a gel insert underneath the mat to help cushion the blow. So very nice. Actually, it's very forgiving for a strike. I like it very much. But one thing that is the downside of this is it's very heavy. So again, I have the portable enclosure here, right? In fact, I've had it for 2 years. I probably should do a little review of the 2 years. It's actually been pretty good. You know, you can see it here. But the thing is, when I have to take it down because of the weather, whether it rains or gets too windy, moving this thing is kind of a pain in the butt. I mean, one person can do it, but each of these panels probably weighs about 15 pounds, maybe more. So it's quite heavy. The good thing is, once you set it down, it doesn't move. This thing is on my indoor, I have padded indoor mats. Those things, padded indoor mats, no, padded indoor like carpet. And this thing sits down and won't move at all. So it's really good in that regard. It is heavy, that's why. But a great mat. One thing with sim putting is that if you look here, if you look real close, when you put balls off of here, if you're using the hitting surface to putt over here, it'll rattle around. This thing kind of goes down, then there's a lip here and it bounces, and sometimes your launch monitor will pick it up and it gives you some goofy results. So really not that great. I mean, I alleviated that by putting off of this. I just putted off of this part right here, and that worked just fine. So really that's something you can do to bypass that. Although again, it still does roll off of that edge there quite weird. So you kind of got to take that with a grain of salt. The nice thing about this TrueStrike is that I have this extra panel here, and it's important because I have the GC Quad, which you're seeing right here. The GC Quad needs some room to operate, and you want to have it at the same level as your ball being strike being stricken from. So this is great. I would put it way on the edge here, no problem. It'd pick up the ball. Again, it was perfect because I can see the strike here in the middle, and then my putting it off to the side. So good mat, just real heavy. Portability, it is portable, it's just heavy. Putting it together can be a pain in the butt. I'm getting old, so it kind of winds me, so I get winded pretty easily. And so kind of a downside. But the striking surface is very nice. You know, this is really nice. It's soft. There's gel underneath here, and no complaints about that. Just again, if you're looking to be portable, and I have a portable setup too. I have a Spornia XL net that I like to take and hit balls, you know, at my friend's house or what have you. And taking this mat is kind of a pain in the butt. Here in the enclosure, or if you have a permanent setup, I would say this is a great mat. And I just rotate these around. These the stance mats, I rotate these around. You can see there's four pieces. There's one here, one here, one here, one there, and one there. So four stance mats. Just rotate them around. The replacement strike mat, I think it's $199. Again, don't quote me. It could be $149. I try and remember offhand, but I think it's maybe it's $149. So not too bad. All right, so I do like this. It looks great, holds up great. Striking this mat as well as the Quattro that I had leaves no residue on your irons or your woods. So that's a huge plus. I don't know how they were able to do that, but yeah, you know, gone are the days of striking the mats and you leaving green remnants on your iron. So that's a good thing. All right, so I was watching a video, I think it's called Garage Golf, and Roland. He's a character. I like his content. I'm gonna have to plug him here, and I'll put a link on his for his YouTube in the comments below. But he had come across this mat, and this is by what's it called again? I keep forgetting the S part, but it's indoor golf. Hold on, what was it called here? It is called Shop Indoor Golf, and they have their own mat. So they have this stance mat. It's quite tall. Let me see if I can come around here. You can see how wide it is. It's pretty thick. It's like 2.5 inches thick right here, and it is kind of on the soft side. It's kind of one thing I'm not a big fan of. Again, we'll talk about that in a bit, but let's talk about the pros first, the good stuff. The good stuff is I bought the 4x7 mat. I have my JC Video ground force analysis mat right on there. It's a 1/4 inch aluminum plate. That thing's awesome. But I just use that as part of the stance mat. And why I do that is because this surface is really soft. Now, I was hitting with my shoes off, so I was barefooted, and I guess that sunk in a little. So maybe it's better if I wear shoes, since it spreads the force out a little bit more. But I just put this JC Video on there, and I like it a little bit better to hit off of. But this, you know, be careful. The stance mat is quite soft. And what's interesting is there's 2 pieces. Again, the TrueStrike here has 5 pieces. This has 2 pieces, and it fits together like those little playground mats. Has like a jigsaw cutout in there, so you just attach it that way. And they are super light. I mean, I can carry both of these no problem, not getting winded. It's very, very portable. I love that about it. If I want to take it somewhere, I can just easily pick it up, both sides, throw it in the car, and I'm off. So that is a huge plus. There's an insert here, and they actually have a couple different inserts. They have a standard insert. They have one that's like the Wittech Quattro mat, that type of design. So take a look at that when you have a chance. I'll try to have a link or a description on that as well included in this. But this mat here has some cushioning inside. Let me see if I can take it apart here. I should have done that for you. Let me see. Let me grab this. Oh, let's see if I can grab it and pull it out. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Hold on, let me put the camera down, and we'll do it this way. Come on. Another thing I can do is I can poke it up from the bottom. Come on. It's not that hard. I don't want to tip my GC quad over. Come on. All right, let me do it from this side. Getting a little winded here. Move this stuff off. Get my ground force plate. Come on. Whoops, there goes the quad. Why is this being difficult? All right, you know what? We'll just push it from underneath. All right. All right, we'll do it this way. All right, so it's very light. Maybe I'll show it to you this way. It's very light, and it has this super squishy, actually, let me go back here. Turn this camera this way. It has this super squishy foam in here. I mean, it's very squishy. You can see the mat is quite thick. It's a good inch wide. You got this base mat, base foam. There is some, feels like there's some plexiglass right here between the two. There's this kind of like a plastic on the bottom of it, but you can see inside here there's this foam, and it runs the whole length of the of this strip, and it's actually really good. It surprised me because I was worried that, well, this mat's quite stiff. It reminds me of the Country Club Elite mat, how thick this is and how stiff it feels. But having this cushion underneath it makes a huge difference. I was really surprised how you don't really feel anything, and it has no impact on my joints whatsoever. And again, same thing. This mat does not leave any residue on your iron, so that's a huge plus. So I love that about this mat. And again, the portability is just amazing. Yeah, we just stick this back in here, step on it, you're good to go. My GC quad back here, I knocked it over. Didn't want to break my charging cable that's plugged into it. But again, same thing. You know, if you look at this, I have my quad on there. The nice thing about it being 4x7, it has a lot of space for you to put your quad or your SkyTrack or what have you. Now, it is 2.5 inches thick. People that have like the Mevo Plus, and you need to have room behind the hitting mat and then at the same level, I know it could be a problem, but again, you can get a mat that's 2.5 inches thick and put it back there, I guess. But anyway, so it is quite thicker. It's thicker than the TrueStrike mat, way lighter. I bet, I would venture to say that both of these mats together, probably way less than, maybe weigh a hair more than just one of these TrueStrike pieces. But anyways, both these mats, great. So real quick, pros on both of them. The striking surface is very easy on your joints for both of them. So that's a plus for both. Stability. This TrueStrike does not move around. It's very, you know, think of it as more of a permanent type of installation. The Shop Indoor Golf mat is kind of light. So it's easy to move around, very portable. But again, just keep in mind that it does move around. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a little mat underneath it to try to keep it from moving. I have actually another mat back there to help keep it from moving because it does want to move around a little bit. Again, not a problem with the TrueStrike, especially on this indoor turf. What else is there? Oh, stance mats are very firm on TrueStrike, which I like. I think it's really good. Kind of soft on this. So I was hitting on it earlier. Again, I have this on here. Let me move this real quick. because it was kind of making an indentation. It was kind of bothering me. So I'll put this over here. Oops. Going crazy with the camera. Sorry about that. All right. How do I reset this? There's a way to reset this somehow, but I forgot. Anyways. But I guess it feels like it's kind of come back. I don't feel my footholds there. I was feeling some footholds earlier when I was, let me move this, when I was hitting balls. I mean, I felt indentations, and they kind of gone away now. So keep that in mind too. That is a potential issue. Anyways, I hope you like this review of both of these mats. Both good mats. Oh, price. I think this is called the Academy mat by TrueStrike. Again, it has four stance sections with one gel strike section. I can't remember the price. I think the price is around $1,000, something like that, $895. Again, I'll put the prices on my YouTube, on the YouTube channel. And then I'll put the price also for this, for the Shop Indoor Golf. So again, both good mats. Again, I was really surprised how actually that Shop Indoor Golf striking mat feels. It feels really good. I think if you have a setup already at home and you have a cutout area, you can get one of these. Anything that you can even custom order the size you need for the striking mat, and they'll cut it for you and create one for you. Anyways, hey, thanks for tuning in, and hope you guys like this. If you like the content, definitely, if you're on my YouTube, definitely like or subscribe. And oops, looks like we're losing our battery here. So a good time to end it. And again, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we will talk with you guys later. Bye for now.